You want to do me anything?
That's one of those best.